I'm Dr. Haresh Mehra, consultant cardiologist from Mumbai. Today I'm going to take you through my story of how meditation changed the way I look at things and how meditation can help anybody, any student, any youth in changing their life, changing their perspective. In the year 2007, I was one of the leading cardiologists in Mumbai with everything going for me, but I was constantly unhappy, couldn't sleep, always suffering from burnout, chest pains. So my wife told me one day, why don't you try this heartfulness meditation, which will probably help you to counter this problem. And being a science student, I said, I don't believe in all these things. But since she insisted, I decided to give it a shot. And I went for 3 meditation sessions of heartfulness meditation. And believe me, that I didn't feel a gym. I didn't feel anything. I felt that I wasted my 3 days. But since I respected my wife, I went through it. And then subsequently, in the next 6 months, I probably must have meditated a few times. Really, not seriously, not bothered. I just wouldn't care. One of my patients walked into my clinic 6 to 7 months down the line and said, Doctor, you have changed. And I was asking him, how have I changed? What do you mean that I have changed? He said that you are now listening. And I told them, how can I not listen? If I don't listen, how do I treat you? They said, no. When they used to come earlier to me, they used to speak for 5 minutes. I used to speak for 10 minutes. And I used to give them the prescription, send them out of the room, waiting for the next patient. And now, according to him, I was listening to him for the past 30 to 40 minutes without interrupting him and kept listening to what he had said. And that was a surprise to me. And another patient said a similar thing a few weeks later. And I still couldn't believe that I have changed in any way. So I asked my wife that, have I changed? She said, what do you think? I said, no, I don't think I've changed. Then she said, why don't you check that, what is your happiness level? Are you sleeping well? Are you disturbed? And I realized I was sleeping well. I had no issues and I was less disturbed and I was always cheerful. And in addition to that, I had started, rather than developing symptoms of chest pain, I started feeling that I have no problems at all. So this led me to analyze my life. What did I change that caused this change? And the only thing that changed in the last 6 to 9 months was this heartfulness meditation I tried. So this heartfulness meditation, which I continued later, and I wanted everybody to know how this can be helpful. So my appeal to all you students is, try this. And I can tell you scientific reasons why this works. So if a science student asks me, how does meditation help? What will I gain out of meditation? Then I would tell him, if you meditate, then your parasympathetic nervous system gets activated and your sympathetic nervous system gets down-regulated. I'm sure as a medical student, you know what this is. A parasympathetic nervous system is a system of calm, whereas a sympathetic nervous system is a system which of fight and flight response. This is the system which lets you fight a stress or a problem. And we are constantly in this fight and flight sequence, hence we are constantly on the go. We can never pause, we can never reflect. So meditation puts you into this parasympathetic nervous system, which makes you calm, which lowers your heart rate, which lowers your blood pressure and makes you a better individual. And the positive effects of this parasympathetic nervous system medically is that if your pulse is lower, your blood pressure is lower, your heart health is going to be better. So indirectly, meditation would help keeping your heart health better. Now, does meditation help in heart diseases? Yes. Again, by activating the parasympathetic system, if your pressures are down, your cortisol level goes down, your epinephrine level goes down. When cortisol level and epinephrine levels go down, your sugars are better regulated. So your sugars will be better controlled if you're a meditator. Your cholesterol levels will be better regulated if you are a meditator. And in addition to all this, the inflammation in the body goes down, which is caused by cortisol. So reducing cortisol, reducing sympathetic hormones gives you both mental and physical health belief. Let me give you one more evidence. You have people coming to you that who don't sleep well, especially medical students. They come that they are not sleeping well, they are busy studying, they are worried about on-call system, they are worried about their NEET exams, they are worried about their results, and that results in lack of sleep. Lack of sleep leads to lack of concentration. Lack of concentration leads to bad studies, which will lead to poor results, and eventually the cycle will keep repeating, and you will constantly be running behind, finding sleep, finding better results, and it won't stop. How does meditation affect sleep? So we all know there are multiple stages of sleep, and the most important stage of sleep, which is the deep sleep or the delta sleep, where all the organs get rejuvenated, they get repaired in that sleep mode. Now, a normal individual while sleeping reaches this stage in 2 to 3 hours after falling asleep. When there was a study done in people who meditated by this heartfulness meditation way versus people who did not meditate by the heartfulness meditation way, delta waves was seen in heartfulness meditators within 5 to 10 minutes of starting meditation. That means they entered this deep state of meditation as early as 5-10 minutes after meditation. So clearly, meditation will help you in reducing stress and increasing your sleep and your quality of sleep also.